Here's a super fast recap of our gradient. We're going to start with a new design. File, new, we're going to make it 8 by 10. Click OK. Now we want to copy and paste this image here. Control A for all, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. I need to resize it, and the shortcut for that is Control T. I want to duplicate my background layer. Shortcut Control J. I'm going to rename this Layer Mask. Next, I'm going to use my Quick Selection tool and select all of the water and the girl. So then when we get ready to add a gradient overlay, that will be just to the sky. I have Layer Mask selected. In the bottom right corner, I'm going to choose Layer Mask, and now the layer mask has been applied. Now on my background layer, I want to add a gradient overlay. I'm going to click FX, and I'm going to choose Gradient Overlay. I've already gone in and made a gradient. So I've already made one with the sunset. And right now it is linear, but look and see what happens when I change that to radial. Then it's going to look like the sun is there. Here I can also adjust the scale as well. Now we'll also need to adjust my opacity so that way we can still see a little bit of the sunset back there, and we are just adding that with a gradient overlay. So we have two layers, a background layer with a gradient overlay and a layer mask. Now we're going to add another layer in the middle, or right here for our text. In this case, I want to draw a circle with the shape tool, shortcut U. Okay, and my text is going to sit on the shape, so I don't want to make it all that big. And if you just notice, if you're accidentally moving something like on the background, right here, this is the lock for the position. Right here, so that way we're not accidentally moving that. So I added an ellipse. I'm going to go to my text tool. And if you notice when I get over here, it changes from the square to the circle. I can click there and it will allow me to start typing. And then we're going to come up with some creative text to use. So now I have this on my text layer. And I may want to have this more centered. So I can adjust over here the stop and starting points for my path. And if you're having a little bit of trouble, you can click the black arrow here and adjust a little bit with where it kind of starts and stops. That can be a little bit tricky. On this one, I use the pen tool. And again, you can see if I use the black arrow here, I can adjust the starting point, which is right here where this little one is. And then I can also go over here and adjust where I want it to end. Okay, so some of that is really just playing around with it, trying to find where you want to go. To add a note, shortcut I for the eyedropper, and you're going to click the note tool. You can put a picture over here, a little clipping thing. You can also adjust the color of the note if you want to. And over here, I'm just going to write in the font I am using. I can also go and add a second note. And on the second note, I just added a link for where I went to get the quotes from the rainbow. Next for our test, we need to go to File, File Information, File, File Info. And this is where we can add data, including the title, the author, and keywords. So I have my information here. And down here, pay attention right here because it just has Surfer Girl as our name. As soon as we click copyright status and change that to copyrighted, and we click OK, take a look right here and you can see that this is copyrighted now. But what if we want to make sure that that copyright information is included when we export? File, export, export as, and we can set up our own parameters. This is going to be a JPEG. And right here where it says metadata, we're going to choose copyright and contact information. And then we can click export. And then we can save it in the correct folder. So when I look down here, here's the one where I exported with the metadata. So it has the authors and the copyright on there. So that's an easy way to see if that is included. And a quick bonus part here. So I went to Window and Library. In the bottom right, I'm going to click the plus to add an element. And also I have to make sure I'm on my background layer here. And I'm going to do Extract from Image. And then from here, I can adjust where this part is to make a different pattern. Up here, I can also look at the different pattern overlays and the different pattern shapes. If I like that one, I can click Save to my Creative Cloud library. And while I'm here, I may want to do a couple of these. Again, I can go and adjust the size and the scale. Maybe I want more of this part. And again, I can click Save to the Creative Cloud library. We've done this before where we've also gone in and added some color themes in there, or even had it make a custom gradient for us. So I have my text selected. I can click FX and I can do a pattern overlay. Here is a pattern. I can go and choose the pattern, and then I can also go and choose one of the patterns here in my new Creative Cloud library. So to recap, we had our background. We duplicated it and named a new layer called Layer Mask. We added a gradient overlay and a radial pattern here. On the Layer Mask, we adjusted the blending mode so that would show through. And then finally, we added our text box here. And to make it appear behind there, all we have to do is click and drag our text layer and to make it in between these. Because remember, the layer mask, what is in white is going to hide everything. Thanks for listening to another tutorial.